All right, everyone. It's time for another teacher's perspective. And you see in the news, you see a lot of uproar over not whether or not teachers should be at school and receiving students in the classroom, on a face-to-face basis. I think mostly in the States, there's like an opt-in and an opt-out system, which I think is great. I've talked about this in the past of pandemics such as this, of expediting what's going to happen regardless is digital learning is going to be the future. And in the class, traditional style brick and mortar teaching in school is a thing that's going to be going away. You can see some correlations here with the fast food industry or like the or retail industry where people are demanding a livable wage like $15 an hour to work, flip burgers. In this case, you're also seeing a lot of robots being brought in because McDonald's is like, well, I don't want to pay you $15 an hour. You're retarded. You're on drugs. You have limited expectations for yourself and things like that. And that's why you're here in the first place. And so we're not going to pay you this because a business will pay what they can get away with. That's how economics work. And so you see the robots being initiated. You go into Taco Bell now and you talk to a robot, you press buttons, and then all of a sudden food appears on your counter and somebody brings it. So, you already lost a large majority of the staff that's usually there at the cash register. That no longer needs to be there because you can just press buttons on a robot. The same thing will be for the teachers. Like I mentioned, digital learning, distant learning is going to be the future. I say a lot of people bring up the argument, oh, well, parents need to work and they have to bring their kids somewhere. That's true, but they don't necessarily need to bring them to a school to get babysat by a teacher who has a degree and who is licensed and is under a union and needs to get paid a lot more than a designated babysitter. Now, you can take some of those McDonald's employees who have no degree and McDonald's no longer needs them because of a robot, and they can watch 30 children in the classroom, and the kids can sit there watching a computer screen and take digital classes and lessons that way, and they literally can do their education that way. And that person, depending on what the political climate, will make $8 an hour to babysit. And so, no, humans are becoming very expendable, and teachers are no exception. This is why I didn't bother getting involved in brick and mortar schools. A lot of people ask me why I don't get licensed to start teaching here in the States. The reason why is A, I don't want to get involved in the teachers union. B, I don't want to get involved with a bunch of teachers. And C, I like traveling and working remotely. And so right now, I want to train myself to be the best at digital learning as possible. That way I'll be more in demand when the shit hits the fan. And then, they're like, well, we need people with experience on how to teach digitally. And all these brick and mortar teachers, when they try to get into companies like I work for, they usually go in there with the same mindset of thinking they're going to stay the same way. They're mostly SJs. And so that's why. And so if you think you're going to go into the digital education line and thinking the kids are just going to sit at attention and listen to you rant and rave and everything's going to be fine, that's not the case. You have to literally entertain them. Otherwise, they're going to walk away, go to the bathroom, not pay attention, depending on, what's going on. And so to keep students' attention is a lot different than, when they can't escape the classroom. And so that's my thoughts on that. And so when you see the protests, the teachers not wanting to go back to school, we're in danger, but we have no problem going to grocery stores where people work in danger. But I'm special because I'm a teacher. I'm sophisticated and educated, so I don't have to go to work. But, I have no problem going to Walmart and, buying groceries and things like that. And so, yeah, in a way, just like the people wanting $15 an hour to work at McDonald's, the teachers wanting things for their job that are not going to be supplied for is just going to expedite the process of putting a robot or putting someone who's less qualified to babysit kids and to replace them. And so this is what you see. You see issues with people not seeing the consequences. We could turn this into typology. Perhaps, we can say any inferior or even any demon, any trickster, having some issues with this and seeing the writing on the wall of their actions. And so that's my thoughts on that. And that's about it.